Hey guys, welcome to my channel. You see that I started on a low, and then when I just say that, my energy goes to like 1000%. Anyway, I hope you are well. I hope your week has started off well. If you're new here, my name is Lisa and I do content around everything, I would love to say, but yeah, I think my audience can tell what kind of content I do. So yeah, today is a very interesting one because I am doing a story time, just to let you in on a bit of my life, something I have never done on this platform, so you are definitely getting the exclusive. And I thought, what better way to do it than to do makeup without a mirror. So basically I am just doing my kind of like everyday look, which is pretty simple, and I do not have a mirror I'm looking at. I am just looking at you guys. So let's see how this goes. I have never done this, but yeah, let's see how this goes. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section and I will respond. So let's get started. I've already set out the few things that I use, which are basically like less than 10. And yeah, let's get started. So the year is, oh yeah, it's gonna go on my dress, but anyway, it's fine. The year is 2015, I'd say. Yeah, 2015. But they don't follow my makeup whatever, because I'm not a makeup guru. Anyway, the year is 2017 and I meet 2015, sorry, I meet this guy who was then one of a group, a gospel musician group, and I was like, okay. So that time I was interning at a radio station, so the plan was I give him my email address and then he'll send some of their group's songs, because I had never heard about their group. So of course he never sent. Hey, these celebs will show you things. So he never sent. But anyway, that was 2015 towards the end. So 2016 we meet again, and this time we just kind of like pick up from where we left. So it was like, hi, how you going, have you been blah blah blah, how is music and stuff like that. And then of course by then I'd already cleared my internship. I was preparing now to graduate that September. So this was around, I think, April or May. So yeah, so we keep talking, and then we start hanging out a lot, because he was basically in the city but he wasn't doing much then. So we just started hanging out a lot and talking, and I guess that's where you would say feelings developed. And then I remember when now he was leaving to go back to where he was, because I was living in a different town, he was living in a different city, but he had just come to, like, from what he told me, he had just come to like decompress and gather his thoughts. So anyway, so before he left, he told me he came because, no, not he came, he wants a girlfriend and he wants me to be his girlfriend. Now, before this time, I was 20, I don't know, I can't remember, but I was in my early 20s, and no one had ever asked me to be their girlfriend. Funny, and yet I'd dated before. But yeah, the closest someone came was when they asked me to be their best friend. Oh, that was sweet. Anyway, so yeah, so he asked me to be his girlfriend, and I was like, okay, cool. And so we started doing long distance. Hey, long distance is not for the faint of heart. Anyway, so that's 2016. It goes by, he keeps on coming, because by then I was living with my parents, and if you know, my parents are very strict people, so I couldn't like go to the city without a valid reason and then ask them to pay for my trip to the city. So yeah, so he would make a lot of the trips, actually all the trips he made. And yeah, we connected. Then of course a few times he would be like, oh, I'm hanging out with people and they have their girlfriends, I'm feeling awkward and stuff like that, but we just like kept on going. So 2017 comes and he was pretty much settled, like he wanted to get married. Yeah, so 2017 comes, and around my birthday, which is in February, he proposes. Now let me tell you how the proposal went, because I do not even know. I don't know if I said yes, because I don't know if I was even asked. So what happened was, on one of the occasions he had come to visit, he came to see me at my parents' place, and I think he was traveling back to the city that day, so he came to see me at my parents' place. And yeah, we just chill, we just talk, blah 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 blah. And then when he's leaving, I think I kind of like got mad. I can't remember I got mad at what, but yeah, I just remember getting mad. And so I was walking ahead of him, and then he tells me to turn. So I turn, and what do I see? Him standing with a ring, with like he's opened the ring case, and he started saying, oh, I would have kneeled down, but oh, is it kneeled or knelt? I would have knelt down, but I have a problem with my knees, but will you marry me? I think something like that. I just remember the part, yeah, the part where he said he had a problem with his knees. And to date, I'm like, girl, did he really? Did he? Anyway, so your girl says yes, and he puts the ring on the finger, and I escort him to like go and get the whatever, the car that he was using to go back to the city. And that was basically it. But let me tell you, I was excited. I was excited. I was, I think, 22 or 23. I was excited. Like, I was just looking at the ring, and then the good thing is he knew like I liked silver, and my favorite color was purple. So he had incorporated both of them. Like, it was a silver ring with a purple like crystal. It was actually sweet, because I was like, oh, he listens to me. So yeah, and I kept on saying like, this is such a surreal feeling, like I'm so excited about the future and stuff like that. And yeah, he of course now came back to the city, and apparently he was making plans now for us to move in. Now, I've already told you my parents are strict. Another thing, my parents are very religious people. So there's no way they'll allow their young daughter, who at that time I didn't even have a job. Now, drawing my eyebrows without looking at a mirror is gonna be interesting. But we move. So at that time I didn't have a job. So how would they allow me to move in with a guy and I don't have a job? Like, yeah, I think they were being overprotective, rather than being protective. So there's no way they would have allowed that to happen. So I didn't even like tell them, I didn't even bring it up. Me, in my head, I was like, there's no way this is gonna work. Like, me moving in until, of course, we are married. So on one of the trips again, he comes and he's talking to my parents, telling them that he would love to marry me and stuff like that. I have no idea how that conversation went. All I remember is he later told me like he had that conversation with my parents, and yeah, like my parents had never spoken about it. So we kept on talking, we kept on talking. I do not know if my eyebrows look good, do they? I'll actually see this in editing. If it's edited out, they look very bad. So yeah, so keep on talking, we keep on talking. He starts getting lonely, and he's like, I don't think this is working, I don't think you're listening to me, and stuff like that. And he keeps on saying the same thing. So at some point I'm like, does this person, okay, I haven't like opened up and told him like my parents will not allow this, because I'm also trying to portray this independent young girl and stuff like that, but like it just couldn't work. So I just remember at like he lost one of his family members, and so we had to go for the funeral, like just to show support, you know, like a supportive friend. And after that, I remember him texting me and telling me, don't you think we have stretched this too much? And I guess that was the way of breaking up. And I was like, oh, probably we have, and stuff like that. But interestingly, we still kept on talking. Now it's funny because now I'm putting things that I later got to find out. So as I'm dating this guy, kumbe my mother on the other hand is praying that this relationship doesn't work. Me, I'm here dating, hoping to marry this man, and kumbe my mom is praying that this relationship, I don't think it is of you, I pray that it breaks and stuff like that. So yeah, so by the time this guy is telling me, oh, don't you think we've outlived it, I think probably the prayer was starting to work. But then we kept on talking, and so me, I was still wearing the ring. It's funny because I would wear this ring and I told no one except my cousin who didn't even live with us that I was engaged. So people would see me with a ring. I guess they would assume. I don't know what my mother thought, but yeah, that was it. So I think when I knew it was done was when I eventually moved to the city because of work, and like the guy didn't want to see me as much as I thought he would. That's when I was like, yep, this is done. It's funny because I would still hold on to the ring for a few more years, like not hold on, like keep it so close to my heart, but like I'm such a hoarder, so it was just somewhere in the cupboard, and I would look at it sometimes and I wasn't ready to like throw it away. So yeah, when I moved to the city and realized this person just wanted to see me when it was convenient for them, and would like make excuses and would make reasons why he needs a certain amount of money, because I was working then, and I was working 2 jobs, so I had like good money. Plus I wasn't paying rent because I was living with my auntie. So yeah, so all the money I was making was just for fare and stuff. So I think when he caught on that, then he would ask for money all the time, and I just got fed up. And yeah, that is how I got engaged and never made it to the altar with that guy. I think one of the things that relationship really taught me was, I think once I got out is when I realized how toxic that guy was, and how much he would just go on and on about random things. Alrighty, that's the final look. I hope you enjoyed our little story time. I might make this more often thing. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'll see you in my next one. Bye. You guys didn't tell me I forgot this part, so I'm just here like realizing I looked like her, whatever. But anyway, I think it turned out pretty well. Not sure about the eyebrows, but yeah, we move. Alrighty, I will see you in my next one.